5 minutes and 25 seconds until the start. You see the lid starting to close. Want to close them right at the last moment. Temperatures can get well over 100 degrees inside that capsule just sitting here at the dock. You can see the clock count down. There are 3 boats. They're eligible to light them up at 5 minutes. And there it is. Drivers, crank them up. First one to get an answer underneath the engine cowling is the local favorite, the Home Street Blue and White Jimmy Shane in the U6 Miss Home Street. Boat owned by the citizens of Madison, Indiana. They are represented by Miss Madison Incorporated President Charlie Grooms. The driver, Jimmy Shane, a 3-time APBA Gold Cup winner, hails from Maple Valley, Washington, a native of Havre de Grace, Maryland, and the eastern coast of the United States. Next boat out was the Chartreuse and Carnival Orange. Tom Thompson, the oldest driver here this weekend at age 56 in the Chartreuse and Carnival Orange. U11 J&Ds presented by Reliable Diamond Tool. Tom Thompson hails out of Cambridge, Maryland. The boat owners are Shannon and Scott Rainey out of Edmonds, Washington. And the third boat making their way out behind Tom Thompson is the dominant red with that metallic silver on the decking. It's the U12 Graham Trucking. J. Michael Kelly drives out of Bonnie Lake, Washington. Kelly, the 2016 APBA Gold Cup champion. Craft owner Rob Graham out of Milton, Washington. 3 minutes and 20 seconds until the start. Shane comes in here, tops in points right now for the weekend with 900. Kelly in second with 780. I expect those 2 drivers to be well behaved. The gentleman that needs to score and needs to score well is Tom Thompson right there in the Chartreuse and Carnival Orange. He is 7th in points. He desperately needs 400 to try to make the front row of the 4-boat final heat. We will have 2 trailers in the championship at 4 o'clock. 2:45 away. We have our drone shot back in for Unlimited 3B. Our technical difficulties were solved. As you see Shane on the buoy row in turn number 1 here in the warm-up period. Thompson on his outside wake, and you see J. Michael Kelly just entering the turn, about in a lane 2.5 sequence in the Graham Trucking. Kelly, as you know, loves lane number 1. Will he press it here? Will he try to get lane number 1? Or will he try to stay more to the outside, get a more secure lane? Stay away from those buoys, because if you dislodge a buoy during the warm-up period or the racing activity, that is a 1-minute penalty, and you do not need that at this time of the day in the racing activity, because Shane and Kelly right now in premier positioning to transfer to that front row of the Gold Cup final, but they still need to start and need to finish and keep gaining those points. And as we mentioned that, here's Kelly. He's cutting through the infield as Tate puts the camera on him, and there he goes, lane number 1. That's a legal maneuver. Back chute to front chute. So he's going to go ahead and stick that big number 12 down. Now here comes Shane. He's cutting through the infield. Now will we see a different maneuver? Shane cutting through the infield. The crowd erupts, but he will have to come up here and cut back through once again. Watch him crank it to the left. Here he goes. That's a legal maneuver. One that I've not seen Shane make here. And right now, by my timing marks, he's going to be way off time. Jimmy's going to be way off time. He should have cut through there once again, but he could have been. Now Kelly is. Are the driver's watches set properly? What an erratic score up. 54 seconds until the start. Now Kelly can cut through once again. That should be legal right here. Keep your camera on him there, Tate. Yes, now Kelly will cut through. Boy, and Thompson is just super early. You have to keep your boat at 80 miles per hour in the warm-up period. All the boats have that beacon light on it, and the officials are watching those. Wow, an erratic score up here in 3B, which I totally was unexpected to see. Thompson is early, as you see. Shane and Kelly coming up. Thompson is way early. Now he might want to, nope, he's still too early. He could be off plane. Boy, an erratic score up for 3B. They'll creep and crawl to the line. Thompson will, but here comes Kelly and Shane with some oomph. And we'll call it physically. I think Thompson might have been over. And boy, Shane nailed one. There in lane number 2. Joe McCord will monitor the radios as they fly into turn number 1. Let's go to the drone. Shane gets there first in lane number 2, leaves it. Now Shane swinging way outside. Kelly tightens it up, and they are deck to deck. They are side by side off turn number 1. Now Shane pulls out to a 3-boat length advantage as they blister up the back chute. Now Shane making a 4-boat length advantage. Kelly with the advantage on the inside, running the shorter way around. Thompson in third. They fly into turn number 2. Shane appeared to be legal at the start. Kelly in second. Shane leaves a lane. Boy, Kelly dynamite turn on the inside will come down to complete lap number 1 as the hometown faithful applauds in the background. 1 complete and 3 to go, and now Jimmy Shane extends it out by 1 rooster tail over J. Michael Kelly in the Graham Trucking. We go back up above in turn number 1. Oh, and Shane hit a hole. You saw the boat come out of the water, and it looks like, do we have another buoy that went away? Oh, and Kelly is hooked. I think we had a buoy that went away, and he is hooked. He's went in the DMZ. That's a disqualification. That should be a disqualification as that boat went inside the exit pin of turn number 1. We'll monitor the radio. Should be a DMZ violation, disqualification on the 12. A mistake made by J. Michael Kelly in an unusual run. Unlimited Heat 3B. Here's your winner, here's your leader after lap number 2. 2 complete and 2 to go for Jimmy Shane in the U6 Miss Home Street. So this will help Tom Thompson, and we're still monitoring the radios on a start. Joe is still waiting on word for that. But right now, Thompson would move into second regardless as Kelly continues to run in the U12 Graham Trucking. So Jimmy Shane, you see clearly in front as your second and third place boats in turn number 1. My apologies, that buoy was there, but J. Mike hooked it right there past that apex pin of turn number 1, tried to recover, but had it on the fin too heavy and went inside that entrance pin of turn number 1 on the last lap. Thompson second, Kelly in third. I think Kelly will get that DMZ violation, but we'll check. White flag is displayed. 3 in the books and 1 more to go for your clear-cut leader, Jimmy Shane and U6 Miss Home Street. Here's Tom Thompson. He is second in the Chartreuse and Carnival Orange. J&D's presented by Reliable Diamond Tool. J. Michael Kelly continues to run in the third position in the U12 Graham Trucking. Kellen, let's go to the drone and turn number 1, please. Thank you. And now Kelly trying to make up ground, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Boy, it gets super rough down there. You can see that white cap activity. Those rollers have trouble dissipating down there on that part of the Ohio River. But there's your leader, the hometown favorite, Jimmy Shane, in the Madison, Indiana-based U6 Miss Home Street. Swings it way outside, and we're going to have this battle for second. I'm not certain if it's going to count, but we'll call it physically. Shane will get the win, crosses in front of us below the camera. Final turn, final lap. Kelly, Thompson, Kelly carved a nice one on the inside, but will it count? They come to the line. Kelly will finish second physically, but will he get the 300? We will find out. Thompson crosses in the third position. So we definitely want to write these down in pencil. Jimmy Shane gets the win in Miss Home Street. We did see J. Michael Kelly go inside that exit pin. And now that exit pin you see in turn number 1 has been dislodged, but I don't think J. Mike actually hit it. But I'm just going by memory from watching the drone during the live action of that heat. So Jimmy Shane wins it And we'll see what the calls are here on the 11, possible gun jump, and we'll check on the 12, a possible DMZ violation. We do get the ruling from Joe McCord. J. Michael Kelly, boat number 12, dislodged buoy. That will be a 1-minute penalty. Now, we're still waiting word on the start, correct? Okay. We'll kind of keep it here. We do know the home street is the winner. All we have to decide now, we thought the 11 could have been over at the start, and boy, it was tight. And plus 2, Tom was coming up real early to the start, Joe, so there's a couple of questions here. And was he on plane? And also, 2, did he jump the gun?
Yeah, he was probably below 80 mile an hour easily on that right there before the start. And when he kicked it into the upper turn up here, he was, well, almost off plane, it looked like.
Now, you heard me during the warm-up period. I thought J. Michael might settle back and just try to score and put it back on the trailer, but he's a racer. He put it on the pins, and it got him in trouble down there on that lap and hit that buoy.
Yeah, that Graham boat is a really strong boat, but I don't think it can turn on these pins as easy as the 6 can. It's an older boat, but the 6 has got a lot more technology with it, so I don't think you're going to be able to pull that boat in the pins as tight as J. Michael wants it to.
Well, the good Lord knows you've seen many here, I've seen many here, and I've said it both days. Races are won and lost in that turn, and that could happen at 4 o'clock this afternoon down that turn 1.
Oh, definitely, because it's going to be a wash tub down there in the afternoon. You're going to have all these boats coming into that turn at one time, and anything can happen.
Thank you, Joe. Joe will continue to monitor the radios. So unofficially, boats still have to go through tech inspection.